thousand flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. And I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds' illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. And moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing where you feel as every fairy tale comes real. Oh, I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. And I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. And I really don't know love at all. And tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud, and dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way, but now old friends, they're acting strange. They shake their heads and they say that I've changed. Well, something lost and something gained in living every day. And I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. And I really don't know life. And I've looked at life from both sides now, from when and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all.
Good evening. Welcome
Hello.
to the live stream. Hi, Leonie. I'm going to
Hi,
start.
Mark.
Hi, sweetheart. So let's start straight away. I just want to say because usually I stream a couple times a week, although I'm going to downsize this as well because things are opening up here in the Netherlands, fortunately, which means I'll also be moving a little bit more, playing. That's also this will start tomorrow with this wonderful artist, which you see on the other screen, Leonie. And but I'll announce some time whenever I will go live. And before we continue, please, if you like this stream and you're watching on Facebook, please be so kind to share it. You can either do video part, you simply share, and then it'll reach another big amount of music lovers and it's really worth it because my guest, Leoni Jansen, we have been very good friends for many, many years. And the crazy thing is we've seen each other on numerous occasions and we've never performed together because of being busy. She's one of the busiest women in the Dutch cultural scene. I'm always traveling, and now tomorrow we're going to perform for the first time live in Amsterdam. We're very excited for two reasons. The main reason that we're going to perform together, but also it's going to be the first live concert for many of us, or at least for both of us, after being in this lockdown for many months. So, Leonie, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Yeah. So we're doing this in English because I've got a lot of viewers from overseas, and well, here in Holland, you're actually quite iconic because when I was a child. I always used to watch the daily news for children. In Dutch, it's called het Jeugdjournaal. And there are a whole generations in this country who grew up with this. And it's so, and then you did a lot of also with children, TV shows with children singing. And but I want to give you the stage. Maybe you can talk a little about yourself. Yeah.
Well, I never overcome that because there was so many people. It was the first news of the day of the entire Dutch television. So it was 6:45, and we only had 2 broadcasting channels. So everybody was watching. It was even before the adult news. So it was the people that watched were enormous. The amounts were enormous. Yeah. So from that generation of, people still know me because I was becoming famous in a different way than through music. But I always was a musician. I always was a singer. So after the Jeugdjournaal, when I got famous by the Jeugdjournaal, people said, "Huh, you're a singer?" Yeah, I'm a singer. So there was also a bit difficult because it was such a stamp, a mark. On my skin that I was doing that, but I always loved working for children, and I still love it, and I still do it. But my career grew on through television. But one day I realized doing television that, especially when you're doing music on television, it was really difficult nowadays. Even there's hardly any music that's been broadcasted for more than half a minute on Dutch television. But by that time, I also found out that music was used to make television, and I like to make music for music. So at one point in my career, I quit doing television, although I loved it by that time. But I couldn't get really into the music, into the singing. So I went on to the theater and concert halls and also went directing. And I never was sorry for that change.
No. And I mean, I think, the advantage is like for instance, my good friend Mike Baudet, the pianist, he started out as a comedian. It made him very famous here in the Netherlands, and he's a fantastic pianist. And now he also decided, like, I want to stop doing comedy and play, and because after all, I think music is something which it's at the end of the day, it's your first love, and that's probably the
It
reason.
is.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
the
It
reason why.
is.
Why? Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
television
yeah,
is quite absorbing,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
also nice, but absorbing. So I
yeah,
really wanted to do
yeah,
work on my voice and work with different musicians. So
yeah, 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 yeah.
I started to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're very versatile because you sing jazz standards. You're great in pop, in folk. You're also into a lot into Celtic music, which is fantastic. You played several instruments, mainly string instruments, right? And percussion, and really a wonderful musician. So and of course, before I'm going to play another video and talk more about other things,
Ah,
you're being a director. Uh, Maybe we should promote our concert tomorrow because I'm really
yeah.
excited about it. So
Yeah.
tomorrow at 8 o'clock and 10, we're going to do two sets. In
Eight
our
o'clock is already sold
is
out.
also yes, yes. So
Yeah.
there are still and the reason it's sold out is uh,
We're good, Mike.
yeah,
We're good.
because we're so world famous. Yeah, yeah, that's the reason it's sold. No, of course, this is a wonderful theater. It's for the Dutch music lovers who know Podium Witteman, this very acknowledged TV program, music program. It's in the same studio in the Hallen, and the safety precautions are excellent. We can only perform for 30 people max with a lot of distance, ventilation.
Easy sold out.
Easy,
Easy
yeah,
sold
then
out.
it's easy
But
sold out. Yeah, but that's actually that's the tendency now. Since on July 1st we can perform for 100 people at the same time, but in June it's only 30, and until then, for the time being, we've decided for tomorrow we're going to do an extra set at 10 p.m. So there are still
yeah.
tickets available
Uh,
at 10 p.m. After this, it's in the Hallen in Amsterdam. And I'll put it on Facebook after this, so you can find the details
yeah.
on Facebook. It's all over
Maybe we
Facebook
should.
anyway. Yeah.
Maybe we should say what we're going to do
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Yes.
because it was quite. I always wanted to perform with Mike, but you were always abroad, so it
Yeah.
was never
Yeah. Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Corona
Yeah.
was a kind of blessing for my musical career. So now I can
Yeah.
work with you. But it was quite exciting because when I had you on the phone, within 5 minutes we decided what we're going to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
We took some songs of Joni Mitchell and Paul Simon, but on the other end of Chick Corea,
Yeah.
and also from a piano player which we both love, Bugge
Yeah.
Wesseltoft,
Google. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Cecil Andresen,
Yeah.
very good singer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And for me, it is very exciting and very frightening also a little bit, because Mike only wanted to rehearse one time.
Oh,
And I'm not used to that.
here comes the jazz
But
musician. Yeah.
jazz musician, but
Yeah.
I'm totally going with the flow.
Yes.
So I also love it because I sing like both sides now. We sing tomorrow,
Yeah.
but the loveliest thing is I can sing it, but Mike does all kinds of strange counter melodies and other chords and harmonies under it. So it becomes a different song. And I must say that gives me a lot of energy, and to also to make the song fresh again and to interpret the song in a different way. So that's what I'm very looking forward to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's. But my aim is always. I mean, I like to change things around on the spot and all of that. But the main goal is that because I'm also accompanying you, that you are going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
don't worry. It's going to
I
be a lot
definitely
of.
am with you.
Yeah,
but the nice thing is, if I go to the left, you immediately follow, and if you go to the right, I follow. So it is a kind of between improvisation and.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and it's a beautiful. Again, for those of you who are interested, it's a beautiful venue. Great piano, all great sound. It's light. It's really.
And it's really nice to say. It's not a theater. It's they call it pop-up podium. So they just started it the 1st of June. They started it the 1st of June, and it's very nice that they do it over there, because they have an enormous space, so you can really be there with 30 or with 100 people from
Yeah,
the 1st of July.
yeah,
And it's a kind of new venue in Amsterdam.
yeah, yeah. It's nice. It's nice. Now I'm very excited. So I'm going. I want to play another track of your beautiful music, or show a video actually. Um, um, I have the song here, Little Wing.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you please introduce it?
Yeah, this is from a few years ago. I do this. This is a Jimi Hendrix song, very famous on guitar. We changed it, and Wilbrand Meiskes playing upright bass, and we made it our own. But it's a very famous song on guitar.
Yes. All right. Here it comes. Leonie Jansen, Wilbrand Meiske with Little Wing.
Well, she's walking through the clouds with a circus mind that's running around. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams and fairy tales, that's all she ever wants. Riding with the wind. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles. She gives to me for free. It's alright, she said. You can take anything you want, just anything you want from me. Well, she is walking through the clouds with a circus mind that's running and running around. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams and fairy tales, that's all she ever wants. Riding with the wind. When I'm sad, she comes to me with 1,000 smiles. She gives to me for free. She said, it's alright, you can take anything you want from me, just anything you want from me, just anything. Fly on, little wing. Fly on, little wing. Fly on. Fly on.
Yeah. What a nice take. Leonie Jansen, Little Wings with Wilbrand Meiske.
Yeah,
So yeah, I know him from
very
many.
nice bass player.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We studied together at the Hilversum Conservatory
Ah,
quite a while ago. Yeah. So I'm having a look here at the chats. Hi Linda, thanks for being here all the time. Linda's fan, and she's becoming a good friend. And she's also coming to the concert tomorrow in Amsterdam. Hi, Ellen. Thanks for your comment. And Bert, I'm going to project his question here. Bert is asking, I'm afraid I cannot make it tomorrow, which makes me very sad. Is there any chance you're going to continue this? Well,
we're just busy with a few dates. Oh, sorry. I had some cheese during the video. We are busy with some new dates because when we have a program, we are going to try to play it more, don't we, Mike?
Yes. Yeah. There's already another venue interested. Actually, two, also in the north of the Netherlands. So,
we're going to start and build it out.
Yeah. Tomorrow's, yeah. So, here you go, Bert. There will be more. And, so it's going to be no problem. It's going to be fine. So,
and for the first time, I'm going to sing a composition of you.
Yeah.
Which I really love, and Deborah Carter made some beautiful lyrics on it. I really like the Miron. It's a Miron. I really like that song. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Deborah was guest last Monday.
I saw her.
Yeah, and she's wonderful, and she was actually very excited that we're going to do that you're going to sing her lyrics tomorrow to my songs. So it's very cool. Yeah. So. There is another love we share. We love a lot of different music, all this folk music and jazz. But there is another thing we really share, and this is our love for South Africa. And you also have been there many times, and what you also have achieved, which I respect and appreciate a lot, you've brought big African groups, choirs, whole bands. To the Netherlands and toured with them all over the Netherlands. And that's quite an achievement because it's not easy to, financially, logistically and all of that.
Well, luckily enough, I didn't do those.
No, the logistics. Yeah.
Well, it was challenging, and there were great producers in Holland who loved also Africa, and I was asked to make shows over there.
Yeah.
So I made 3 South African shows. One show which is called The Daughters of Africa with 12 young girls from all over Africa. Really interesting also music-wise.
Yeah.
A show in Kenya, a show in Senegal. And I really love to work in Africa because I'm astonished by the voices. I'm astonished by the spirit. I'm astonished by... Very inspired by the way that music and dance is a part of life.
It's amazing.
Everybody does it. The first time I came to South Africa, I had to do auditions, and I was shocked that people come in, they start to sing immediately. Also sometimes very much out of tune, so that my teeth were hurting, but it was with a smile and with a convincing, and of course I couldn't use them for the program, but I was enjoying it the way people love to spread the music. And it is not important if you sing in tune or out of tune, you just go and do it. You have to say, man.
There was so much talent there, and I also recently recorded with a choir in Mbuzo Koza. He's also been on the show, and I've showed some videos before. He's like an incredible Zulu vocalist who is actually now being held by the Ministry of Culture because he's also kind of like a warrior. He's really fighting to preserve these beautiful ancient cultures because they're a little bit in jeopardy because of many reasons. That happens in many places. Like the traditions, they're all being washed away by modern music, by internet, and he's doing a fantastic job there mainly in KwaZulu-Natal, but from there he spreads all over South Africa, and
he's a great singer. He's a
great singer and a lovely person, and I've been there over 40 times. I could say it's my second home, and I can't wait to go back. So many beautiful people there. So, but because that's also a great thing. Next, being a TV presenter and a wonderful artist, you're a great director. Because can you tell us a little bit about your directing skills, so to speak?
Well, I started in the theater after my music career. I started making programs with a lot of women. I loved all women up front. The band were guys, but
But in
we
the
were all up
background,
front. Well, they were just supporting us.
yeah,
And it was, by the time, it was very special. I think it was 1998 that for the first time we did an all women line up front.
yeah, yeah,
And a lot of people were asking, why are you doing this? I said, it's because you ask. It's normal to have all men up front, but not normal to have all women up front.
yeah,
And I love women's voices. So later on, I developed that. And then I got asked to do the same thing in South Africa. And I like it's all about the music. But what I especially like is to dedicate it to something bigger, like to show people that you
yeah,
can, whether you have an ass like this, or whether you're small like that, whether you're big, whether you're small, or whether you're gray, or whether you're black, I don't mind. But everybody can be their own beauty and
yes.
have
Oh
their own
yeah,
beauty
yeah, yeah,
individuality.
yeah,
But we also can be in a group.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and it's a big privilege, and I'm sure you recognize it, that especially as a director, you are able to make a world on stage where you want to live in.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and
Very
and
well said, actually. Yeah,
and for us musicians, it is actually. I can remember that the mayor of Amsterdam, when he saw one of the programs we did, he says, "You really like it to work with these different cultures."
yeah, yeah,
And he said, "That's the main thing. We can all promote multiculturality."
yeah,
But for
yeah.
me, it's not promotion. For
No,
me,
no, no,
it's
no, 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 no.
inspiration.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like it's kind of a side effect. I mean, we do it out of love for this music, for these people, and I've been doing it all over the world, over the planet, in so many countries. And but there is a great thing there. I spoke with other guests before, like, for instance, with Deborah. We really
Yeah.
visited a lot of, let's say, uncommon places, bringing our music there, collaborating with people there, and what it also shows is respect, love, and so there's also a great message there, which is that music is maybe one of the best ways to unite people, and because we all love the same thing. Deborah put it very well. She said, it's very simple. Everybody in the world loves ice cream. It's true.
So, what do you mean? Ice cream is music?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah,
I know,
yeah,
I know,
yeah,
I know. I understand,
yeah,
and it's really true in the most strangest places in the world.
yeah,
When you sing together, when you play together. Like I was in the swamps of Kenya. I started singing with children who like were ill or
yeah,
disabled,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
but when everybody starts singing or dancing, they realize they're human.
yeah,
We
yeah,
have a we have
yeah,
we have a big thing. We
yeah,
can make music. We can dance.
yeah,
And for
yeah,
us
yeah.
in
So true.
Holland, it's not like common. We only do it at parties or
Yeah,
on stage.
yeah,
But in Africa, they love singing and
yeah,
dancing to
yeah,
feel united
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and to express
yeah,
themselves. And
yeah,
I
yeah,
really like that.
yeah, 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 yeah. In my experience, um, how I look at it is you can if it comes to this, you can divide the world or countries. There are two kinds of countries: either where survival is the main priority or not. And in countries where survival is the main priority, the music plays a much more important role in people's lives. Whereas here, no matter, I mean, we have all the great venues and the theaters and the whole infrastructure and you name it, but it's still more like because fortunately we are lucky, you and I, because we have a following of people who love to come to our concerts. But in other countries it's like it's so common. It's right in front of you on the streets everywhere you go, whether it's South Africa or Cuba or Brazil or all these country with a lot of hardship, so to speak. It's quite a for the people there. It's like a basic like elixir, you know, like a
I
basic
don't know
vitamin.
if it's. I want to think about that, if it's connected to survival systems or whether it's cultural, whether you start doing it when you
Yeah,
are born, when you're
yeah,
laying in the cradle, people are singing for you.
yeah, yeah.
I also know countries where music is forbidden and
Yes.
where it's also very hard living.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I've been there too. Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy too. If you that's crazy. If you yeah. I know. It's
But
very
maybe it's nice. I want to tell you a story. I was in Senegal about directing. For instance, I was in Senegal and I had to make a program with 5 women. Senegal Women United, it was called. It was for Festival Mondial here in Holland. So I started directing, but there were from the 5 women, only 2 spoke French. And it's not, I mean, I can do some English, can do some French, but they even didn't speak French. So it was very hard to get to know each other and to
yeah.
direct. And there was a woman who sang a song, and the song took 30 minutes. But I had to make it for the Dutch audience. So I tried to explain her, we're going to bring it down to 5 minutes. And then she starts singing. And so I said, I'm going to tell you when it's okay, when we finish the song. And then I said, after 5 minutes, okay, this is beautiful. Let's keep it here. And then she said, and it was translated for me, but he is not even born yet.
Yeah.
So it was a song about a story which is going on and on. And it's lovely to have
beautiful.
those different cultures, but
beautiful.
you have to match it. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Do you know Mola Sila, this wonderful Senegalese?
I worked with him half a year ago.
Yeah. He's a wonderful singer and multi instrumentalist from Senegal. And he has been here in Amsterdam for many years. And he told me when he just arrived, he got a gig at a wedding, you know.
Yeah.
And then after like 2 hours, like the couple, you know, very nice people, they said, well, look, if you wanna take a break, you can take a break. And he was so surprised. He said, what, take a break? On a wedding in Senegal, we play for 10 hours in a row. With stuff like that. It's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. So Leslie Christopher. Hi, Leslie. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Atlanta. She's saying it's cultural rather than survival. Music is a large part of the culture itself on every level. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Yeah.
I think she's right, but on the other hand, if you have only the music, of course you will cling on to it.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's more. You know why I was saying that? Because I've been to so many rough countries, and I was always amazed how people at least felt kind of relieved through music, much more than here.
Yeah,
That's maybe I should put it in a different way, but that's how I experienced it. Yeah,
I understand.
yeah. So I want to show because we're talking about you directing all these great theater shows here with African female singers and the band. Yeah. So let me just this promo, and also before I do this, you sang for Mandela, right? You did
twice.
it twice from Nelson Mandela.
First on the wedding of our king.
Yeah.
I sang with a lot of girls, and I sang on my own, the Amsterdamse Grachten, which is a very famous song. Yeah. And the Queen sang along. And the second time is actually the same year when he came to Holland to get the For Freedom Award from our Queen.
Oh, yeah.
And I was the MC for a big show in Carré on television. Yeah. So, and I was also in the group, and it was amazing. Amazing. When this guy came into the room, everybody was sparkling and touched.
Yeah. Oh, what an experience. What a privilege. Huh?
It was.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, so I wanted to show you. Can you introduce this? There's like this kind of promo video, which can you maybe introduce this?
It's I think it's Graceland, what the promo is. Yes. I made several shows, but I wanted to tell the story of Paul Simon and what he did together with musicians from South Africa. So we made a show about the story of Paul Simon with all the girls from South Africa, and some of the shows I directed, and I was not in it on stage, but this one required a storyteller, and also I did some singing. So you're going to see that in the little promo.
Here it comes.
Okay. We're gonna dance, we're gonna sing, we're gonna scream. Fill me, my Lord God, I can be a long lost pal. I can call you Betty, Betty when you call me, you can call me yeah.
En het ANC vindt nu ook dat Paul Simon de culturele boycott heeft doorbroken.
Homeless. One last sleep. I remember the white policeman came in. They shot all 7 boys, all dead.
And everybody will know what I was talking about. I mean, everybody will know exactly what I was talking about. Talking about time was on the sword for shoe. La la la, la la la.
Bringing back home to Soweto. I'm sailing right behind like a bridge over troubled water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the versatile and beautiful Leonie Jansen. Yeah, it's wonderful. I've been to both because I saw Graceland and Miriam Makeba. You did a whole. That was so. Also, the text you were writing. I was so impressed. It was beautiful. Yeah. So, again, for those of you maybe you just tuned in, this is the wonderful Leonie Jansen, an iconic Dutch artist.
You make me blush.
Yeah. Well, you deserve the compliments, and there's so much to tell. The whole generations grew up with Leonie because she was also the presenter of the daily news for children here on Dutch television, and I remember it so well. And we became friends, and we become friends. And tomorrow again, we're going to perform in Amsterdam. Great safety precautions, no worries. The first show is already sold out at 8 o'clock, but we're going to do another one, an extra one at 10 p.m. tomorrow in Amsterdam. You can find all the details on Facebook. And so Leonie, what other projects are you involved in nowadays?
Well, I was on a tour. For the first time I wrote my own music. I must say I did, not really by myself, but I did it with Erik Rutjes and Jeroen Kramer.
Yeah.
I started improvising, and then the three of us finished the songs, and I made an album by that. I was just on a tour with that when Corona came. But I'm going to do 3 more in July, 3 more extra performances.
Yeah.
And I also work with a great friend of yours, Jeroen van Veen.
Yeah.
Piano player,
and
with Karel Kraaienhof.
Yeah.
He is actually one of my neighbors.
Yeah.
And he's playing the bandoneon. And so there are some directing things coming, but we have to take it very easy.
Yeah.
We don't, and there's a big thing going on, whether it's COVID proof to sing.
Yeah.
And
That's a big.
so,
Yeah.
and that's really strange because they call it, government-wise, they call it overdoing your voice, but we're not overdoing the voice when we are professional singers. And I even start singing in front of a candle and I can't blow it out when I sing very loud, and it's on this distance only.
Yeah.
30 away. So it's very difficult that they don't investigate that really truly, and so that we know what we have to do. But for now, we can work with a band or one musician, but we can't sing together.
No.
So
I mean,
you have to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. You know, I don't want to go too much into all. I mean, there's, you know, we're so bombarded with the press with everything what's going on, especially regarding this virus. But of course, there's so many discussions going on here, like everywhere. But singing as opposed to, or the distance as opposed to being in an airplane where everybody can sit next to each other. It is let's say a little bit awkward, so to speak. But again, let's stay positive and focus on arts and culture,
I mean,
because
I have to be. I'm also a risk person. I'm not that young, and I have asthma, so I'm very, very careful.
Yeah.
I can promise everybody. I've been in the Halle, and it's really lovely because you have a lot of room for yourself, and it's really. And I think it's also very special because it's one of the first live performances we're going to do. And so after this is over, we're all going to remember this time where we performed for 30 people and had a very intimate hall. So it's also very...
Yes. Yeah, I'm so much looking forward to this. So again, tomorrow at 8, but already sold out, and 10 p.m., tomorrow, Thursday, June 18th, Leonie and myself will be performing in duo. It's going to be a variety of songs and styles. So there are still tickets available for the 10 o'clock show. And again, there are excellent safety precautions, so don't worry about that. So hopefully see you tomorrow. And Leonie, I want to thank you so much for first of all, for who you are and being here in this on my live stream. And we cannot hug tomorrow, but we're gonna spend a great day together tomorrow.
We're gonna musically. We're gonna hug. We're gonna hug very well.
So I want to thank you. I also want, and before I'm going to show another video and wrap up with this live stream. I want to thank everybody for watching, for listening. I probably won't be live streaming on Friday, but Saturday I'm going to be online with the whole big thing in America. I'll post it on Facebook and all the social media. So it's probably not on Friday, but on Saturday I'll be live. But part of a whole a big event taking place in America, and I'll be hooking up through Zoom and all of that and broadcast it. But again, thanks for watching. Thanks, dear Leonie. I'll see you tomorrow at the concert. And can you quickly introduce the video I'm going to show?
Well, I thought it's very coincidental because we're going to do the Carbon, the Habanera tomorrow on a very strange way, on our own way.
Opera.
This is a song you picked from, it's a collaboration I did with a flamenco player from Holland. The song is Saeta, and you have those Samantasanas where people are walking in Spain through the villages and carrying the Maria sign.
Yeah.
And then everybody is standing on the streets, and there are thousands of people, and it's very quiet, even though there are thousands of people. You only hear the drumming and the steps of the people who are carrying Maria. And then suddenly a room opens up, and there's a woman or a man, and they sing this Saeta. And Eric learned me how to sing this Spanish song, and it's a very special type of music they use in Spain.
Wonderful. All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. And everybody, again, thanks for watching and listening. And please don't leave yet and watch this beautiful video with Leonie, with the great Dutch flamenco guitar. Well, he's actually half Dutch, half Spanish, I believe.
No, he's really Dutch.
He's really Dutch.
Really Dutch.
Ah, okay. All right. But he's a wonderful, I think he's the best, one of the best flamenco guitars we have here in the Netherlands, with Erik Varzon Morel playing performing this beautiful track, La Saeta. Thank you so much, and here comes the video.
Dice una voz popular: ¿quién me presta una escalera para subir al madero, para quitarle los clavos a Jesús el Nazareno? Oh, la saeta al cantar, el Cristo de los gitanos, siempre con sangre en las manos, siempre por desenclavar. Cantar del pueblo andaluz, que todas las primaveras anda pidiendo escaleras para subir a la cruz. Cantar de la tierra mía que echa flores al Jesús de la agonía, y es la fe de mis mayores. Cantar de la tierra mía que echa flores al Jesús de la agonía, y es la fe de mis mayores. No eres tú mi cantar, no quiero cantar ni quiero ese Jesús del madero, sino al candubo en la mar. No eres tú mi cantar,